Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I am Rio. Today, as you can see, I have some sneaker pickups, which are all New Balance sneakers. Some of you may remember last year I uploaded a video picking up my first pair of New Balance sneakers, which I think was like in April of 2020, so pretty much about a year ago. New Balance has been releasing some heat and I've kind of been peeping it, so I figured I would just add some more New Balance sneakers to my arsenal because I actually loved the pair that I picked up last year, which was a pair of 993s in the gray colorway. I don't know the actual name of those. If you want to check out that video, I'm gonna link it right up here for you. But I love those sneakers. They're super comfortable. Whenever I travel and know I'm gonna do a lot of walking, I tend to bring those along with me because they are so comfortable. They've been releasing a lot of different models. I've been peeping a lot of different models, so I just went forward and just picked up quite a few. So I'm gonna go through what I've bought. Now, all of these have been bought within the past, I would say, month and a half to 2 months. And I'm gonna just start with the ones I picked up the longest ago. The ones I picked up furthest, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna start with the ones I picked up the furthest and come to the most recent. This particular model is something I've been seeing probably for about a year and a half. And every time I kept seeing them, I kept saying to myself, like, I like those New Balance sneakers. And it is the 327s. So I got two pair of those. The first one I picked up were these here. Now I know you probably can't see them as well right here because of the lights, but I do got B-roll for you, of course. What I like most about this particular colorway is the neutral aspects of this sneaker, of course. As most of you would know, I love my earth tones. I love a little pop of color. And I just love neutrals and earth tones mixed together. So when I saw this sneaker, of course, we got the big N on the side, which is then, of course, a neutral gray. We have that light khaki color with the contrasting gum bottom. I think it complements the rest of the sneaker very well. The laces, I want to say laces are like almost like a sail, but they're more of a creamish color. And then we have the red on the tongue, which adds a pop of color. I just think this is a very dope sneaker. Those of you who follow me on IG, you saw me post these along with the next 327s I'm going to show you. So yeah, if you're not following me on IG, make sure you follow me because I post stuff, sometimes pickups on my stories before I post them here on YouTube. Now I actually got these from Hibbert Sports. With all of these sneakers, all of them may not be readily available. I'm not sure what the resale market is, but I did pay retail for these. And if they're still available, I'm gonna link that down below for you. And if they're not, I'll try to find any other place that has them, but I'm not entirely sure if they do or not. Again, these were picked up about a month and a half ago, and I recall them having most sizes. Again, I'll go back and check. So as I mentioned, this next pair as well is a pair of 327s. Once I copped the first pair, I looked up some other colorways that I thought I would like, and there was a couple other ones that I thought about getting, but I didn't want to overdo it. I have a tendency to do that sometimes. I like something and I try to find it in every colorway under the sun, which isn't necessary. These are actually a collab with Casablanca, which I don't know much about. Those of you who do know, you can educate me down below in the comments. I don't know. I saw a couple of different reviews on this sneaker. A lot of people talked about the quality and the materials. So I just went forward and grabbed the pair. Now these, I did have to pay resale for them, but fortunately I didn't have to pay that much over retail. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks over retail, which is quite a bit for a pair of New Balance sneakers. But all in all, like, these are a solid pair of sneakers. As far as like the materials, they're nice. They have some really nice suede on around the toe box. The tongue also does have almost like a pinkish hue on it as well. I know you can't see it as much. Again, I got B-roll for you. And it's a very solid sneaker. Of course, it's very neutral with the gray tones, the white, and then that added color in there as well. The colors are done really well. Of course, it's simple, but simple is what I like. So I ended up copping those first two I showed you, two pair of 327s. And one day on my IG, I'm kind of scrolling through my feed and I see a post, which was more of like an ad, and it was from N Clothing. And they showed this picture of this sneaker, which a raffle that was gonna be coming soon. And immediately I was like, okay, those are dope. Let me look more into this sneaker. Let me see when they're supposed to be releasing and whatnot. So I ended up entering the raffle. That was literally the first raffle I've ever entered, online raffle, by the way, that I've actually won. So I thought maybe they weren't in as high demand. I was wrong. I tried to get another pair and they literally sold out in seconds. New Balance website wouldn't even load sizes for me to add to cart. And then maybe a couple minutes later, they were sold out. Foot Locker, everywhere they released this sneaker was just sold out. And I was like, well, I guess I'm lucky I got a pair and won a raffle, because that just never happens. Anyway, the sneaker I'm talking about is the New Balance 5740, which I think is like a newer model that they're doing as of this year or last year. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I don't really know much about New Balances. If you saw the video from last year, I kind of talked about that. And a lot of you left a lot of comments kind of telling me what some of the models were that you think I should get. And I'm really only buying what I have interest in. Like, some people say I need a pair of 998s. I saw I need some 995s. I saw people tell me I need so many different things, and I'd go look those shoes up and I'm like, I'm not really feeling them. And not to say that I never will, just not now. It does have that dad shoe silhouette to it, of course, but the colors, like, you guys know I love my neutrals, love my earth tones, and this just, it has all of it in one. Grays, different beiges. They did a really simple color scheme in different variations of that color family, if that makes any sense. I think each color has a different opacity to it, which is like more of the lightness and the darkness of that particular color. And the materials are just so freaking amazing. One thing that really confused me was the different materials on each shoe. I didn't realize when I bought these that the left shoe versus the right shoe, of course, is the same color, but they have like almost like a mismatched flip-flop material. One of them has like the super fuzzy suede, and the other one is flat. And it's like that through the whole shoe, and it's weird. But I think that's kind of, it's artsy in an artistic way on the shoe. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to look up and make sure my pair wasn't like, something was wrong with my pair, because I got it from N Clothing, but I had to make sure, I had to double check, and each one ended up being like that. That's just how they're made. I thought that was really dope, and I was happy that I was able to win that raffle, because if I didn't win it, I wouldn't have been able to get these. These, from what I do understand, have sold out completely. So if you're looking to grab a pair or want to grab a pair, unfortunately, you got to look towards the resale market, which I think they probably are reselling. Last time I checked, close to 200. And of course, that depends on size, but you'd be paying somewhere close to that, which sucks. It's so unfortunate that the sneaker game kind of is where it is right now, where a New Balance sneaker is reselling for that much. And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it at all. The next model that I grabbed, I think this is, the model itself is the hottest shoe of 2021 thus far, or the hottest model, the hottest New Balance model of 2021 thus far. I've been seeing a lot of influencers, I really can't stand that term, but I've been seeing a lot of content creators, a lot of guys, and females as well, talking about this shoe and rocking it. And I think I first started seeing them last year in 2020. And when I saw them, I didn't think too much about it. Like, I thought it was a dope concept for a sneaker, especially coming from New Balance. But when I saw them, I was like, those are cool. They kind of fit that whole street aesthetic, where streetwear it kind of is right now. It works with the oversized clothing a little bit, in my opinion. But then out of nowhere, I started seeing these like vintage looking ones, and I was like, holy crap, those are fire. So most of you, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about already, because they're in the thumbnail. I had to pick up a pair of the 550s. Like I said, I saw a lot of people talking about these. Eddie Wynn in particular was talking about these and talked about some of the ones he grabbed. And I was like, yo, I left a comment on those videos like, yo, I gotta grab me a pair of 550s at this point. This is a very dope sneaker. So this particular one, I'm sure you guys already know, this was a collab with, I'm gonna probably butcher the name, Ame Leon Dore. I think I said that right. I just love the vintage aspect of this sneaker. So it's almost done in like a sail off-white cream-ish base, a yellowed midsole, red hits, navy hits. I love that vintage aspect to it. Now, I do believe this model was designed to be a basketball sneaker. I'm not entirely sure if I'm actually correct with that, but I was watching, I forgot which playoff game it was, and I saw somebody at the bench rocking these exact sneaker to hoop in, and I was like, I don't know if I'll hoop in these, but that's interesting. Now, I did pay resale, because these, you only can get them by paying resale at this point. I wasn't up on buying them when they released, so I paid resale. Now, resale for me with this one, I think was about $220, $230. So it wasn't super horrible. Now, there is another colorway of these that I also do want, which is also a collab with Ame Leon Dore. Again, if I mess it up, my bad. I think it's called the Natural Green. And then it also has the same vintage look with some yellow accents as well. Those are also dope. However, those are reselling for like above 300, I think like 350, something like that. I'm leaning towards just going ahead and just doing it, but at the same time, I don't want to spend that much money for a pair of sneakers right now. When you have as much shoes as I do, like, what's the point? Like, it's not that deep for me. But I'm thinking about grabbing a pair of those. Anyway, this was the first pair of 550s that I grabbed. Let's get into the next ones. I think the first person I saw with these was Eddie Wynn. And when I saw them, I was like, damn, I actually like those. And at the time, I don't think they had released yet, and then I wasn't up on the release, so I kind of missed out on it. So I did buy them on the secondary market, which was eBay, but I didn't pay too far over the retail price. So I don't think these are retailing for a ton. At least they weren't when I bought them maybe 2 weeks ago. And that is the multicolor 550's. Usually I wouldn't go for something this colorful. I think some years ago I would have went for these and been all about them. And I do really, really like them. What I like most is that although they have some bright colors on the rear of the sneaker, they're not overstated. They're very minimal. Of course, yellow being the brightest color on the sneaker, it's in a very small dose. It's on the back heel. And of course the NB logo at the back features the yellow accent, and then the 550 here. So those are the only things that are yellow on the sneaker, except for the NB on the tongue as well. But that's what I liked about it. Of course, we have the navy and the green and then the red. Of course, those colors work really well together. So that's why I went with it. It's something that I can easily wear and have these colors on this sneaker be the more prominent colors in my fit, because I don't want to walk around look like a rainbow. That's just my personal thing. That is how I prefer to do my colors. For comfort, the 993s that I picked up last year, I think they're more comfortable than all of these ones I'm showing you today. That's my opinion based off how I feel when I put them on my feet, but all of these are still really comfortable anyway. So these were the second pair of 550s that I grabbed. I don't know if I plan on getting any other ones except for those green Ame Leon Dore collabs. I think I'm gonna kind of end it there because they're releasing a ton of colorways with these at this point, and I don't really need them. Like, they're cool, but I just don't really need them. So those next ones, those other ones would be the only other ones I could foresee myself getting at this point, unless something else comes out that I don't know about yet that I would like and want to grab. But as of right now, the other ones I want to get, and then I'll be done with the 550's. These next two sneakers are ones that I know for sure you can get. I bought these on New Balance website, so I paid retail for them, and unless something drastically changed, they should still be available. So I'll make sure I link these down below if you want to check them out. But I picked up two pairs rather, of 574's. Now these are the gray colorway, which to me, I think is one of the more classic New Balance sneakers and New Balance colorways. You can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not entirely sure. This model has been around for I don't know how long, but I've seen it for a very, very long time. Kind of going back to the early 2010s. Like, I know a lot of people used to rock these, and I'm popping on it late, but I don't do things because other people have done them. I did them because I truly just want to. I don't like to follow trends. When I'm ready to do something, I do it. I don't care how many other people are doing it. Usually when something's kind of trending and kind of popping, I'm usually the last one to do it because I actually feel like I want to at that point. Then it's not cool no more, but I usually don't care. Now, I do believe there was like a grade A pack that New Balance did where it's these, this, and then another model, which I think is kind of new as well, which doesn't have the New Balance N on it. It's more of a cleaner profile. Those were cool, but I just didn't really feel like I needed those or cared to have them. So I ended up copping these, and then I ended up getting these afterwards, of course. At this point, I think I'm cool with gray New Balances. I don't think I need any more. Of course, I have the 993s from last year, which, let me grab those real quick. Of course, I have these. So these are the 993s, the 574's. Differences in their, variances in the tones of gray. And then, of course, the 5740's also have the gray earth tones to it. So, I'm pretty cool with the gray New Balances. If you see me grab another pair of gray New Balances, be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Don't you have enough? Because I think I do. And the last pair of 574's that I grabbed, and again, I bought these and the gray pair at the same exact time. I think these might be like Moon Rock or something. I don't know exactly. I saw these on the New Balance website maybe like a couple weeks ago, and I just knew I would grab them. I don't know what it was about it that just really made me say like, yo, I like those, I want them. I think it's more so like the neutral aspect of them. Of course, the khaki being an earth tone, I got a problem. I don't like doing bright colors as the prominent base of a sneaker. I like for it to be more accents, the added pop of color, the added detail, and maybe try to pick it up somewhere else in the outfit. I think that just gives you a little more to play around with and have a little more options to add those attention to details and kind of have that accentuation. That's my approach usually. For some reason, the reviews on New Balance website, people were talking about the colors being completely off and they weren't accurate. The color I saw in the image is exactly what I received. I think people saw them as a gray base with the navy and then the pop of color red, but no, I saw khaki. I didn't see gray at all. And it's exactly what it looks like online to me, and it's what I wanted, so I'm happy with them. That's kind of my New Balance pickup thus far. I will be coming at you guys soon with some more spring and summer pickups. Let me know what you guys think about these 7 New Balance pickups. If there are some models, again, that you think I really should check out, I definitely look up anytime you guys tell me to check out a certain model, I look them up. So hopefully there's a colorway out there of some of those models you guys are talking about that can strike my interest. Maybe I can pick it up. Follow me over on IG. Like I said, I posted those 2 327s when I got them on IG, and sometimes I like to show you guys things there before I bring them onto YouTube. Comment down below, let me know which one of these are your favorite that I picked up, and that does it for this video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.